You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 18th of July, 2025. It is 28 days after the summer solstice. It is 66 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 30th day of Messidor, the day of the chalémi, the shawm, a musical instrument. The sun rises today at 5:40 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:02 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:24 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:56 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:36 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 30 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 42% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Thursday, the 24th of July. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 4:44 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the morning, low tide, 10:48 a.m., 9 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 5:13 p.m., 1 meter 68. At night, low tide, 11:36 p.m., 12 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, a red-winged blackbird was spotted yesterday in Socrates Sculpture Park. Although they are common in the region, they don't show up in this corner of Queens very often. They are fond of wetlands, and so are common in places like Inwood Park. The bird was male, dark black with his distinctive epaulets of scarlet red. The females are much harder to spot, being a mottled brown. Commemorations. Oh dear. On this day in 1870, the First Vatican Council announced the dogma of papal infallibility. Pope Pius IX presided over the council. On this day in 1892, Ukrainian bacteriologist Valdemar Hafkina administered the first human test of a vaccine against cholera. The first person to receive that vaccine was himself. Never forget. On this day in 1925, Adolf Hitler published the first volume of Mein Kampf. He originally titled it 4.5 Years of Struggle Against Lies, Stupidity, and Cowardice. His publisher suggested the catchier title, My Struggle. In the book, he made quite clear what he intended to do. On this day in 1976, the Olympic gymnast Nadia Comaneci achieved the first perfect score of 10 at the Montreal Games. A perfect score had never been awarded before. She went on to do so 7 times at the Games. A happy publishing anniversary. On this day in 1995, Barack Obama published his memoir, Dreams from My Father. On this day in 2023, British Columbia set a record for its wildfire season. 14,100 square kilometers of land were burned, more than in any previous season. Smoke blanketed Canada, the Midwest, and the East Coast. On this day in 1918, Nelson Mandela was born in Mvezo, Umtata, South Africa. Today we honor Peace Pilgrim, born on this day in 1908. Her given name was Mildred Lisette Norman, but on January 1st, 1953, in Pasadena, California, she adopted the name Peace Pilgrim. She spent the rest of her life walking across the United States, spreading a message of pacifism and vegetarianism. She had only the few possessions she could carry, and she did not use money. She took a vow to, quote, remain a wanderer until mankind has learned the way of peace, walking until given shelter and fasting until given food. On her walks, she was invited to share her message of peace to many people across the country. Remember Peace Pilgrim today. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 18th of July, 2025.